Alright, it's about time that I did a ship tour of the M2. The reason I was holding off on it is because the Armory was not completed. It looks like CIG just patched today, and I believe the Armory has been fixed. So we're going to go ahead and start with the auxiliary crew, because it's attached to the Armory. This is different in the C2, where it is all recreational, where in the M2, it's all jump seats. So it looks like you can hold an additional 12 people in this ship. And the Armory does look like it's complete. And we've got storage for weapons. Makes sense. Weapons and suits. Alright, so these are all suit lockers and not escape pods. And we'll head back out to the main deck. And you've got components on each of these sides. All these compartments open up. Pretty cool. No pun intended. And mirror image on this side. Alright, into the habitation room. We have lockers for just like personal items, maybe clothing. In the M2, we actually have 3 beds instead of 2 in the C2. There are 2 bathrooms, and they don't appear to have shower heads, but at the bottom here, it kind of looks like a drain, so that's a bit confusing. This middle section here looks like it houses personal storage units. Looks like you'll be able to add stuff into it from your inventory, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and head to the bridge. A bunch of wall panels here with components behind them. In the C2, you'll find one of them as a weapons rack, but as the M2 has an armory, they're all just component access. Again, I believe these are suit storage, especially considering they look just like the ones in the armory, but they could be escape pods. The bridge of the M2 has 3 seats, where the C2 only has 2 seats. The third seat here, the only difference is this gives you access to the front remote nose turret, where the co-pilot has access to the rear and bottom turrets, where the C2 doesn't have a front turret, hence why there's only 2 seats in the C2 and 3 in the M2. One cool thing about the Hercules is you can come over to the door sensors, click this other tab, you can actually change the lighting. This is kind of like a dark mode, and this is completely off. I personally like the dark mode when flying. However, you can always just crank it up to maximum. And that happens throughout the whole ship. There is a ladder that you can go down with a door that'll automatically open. Pretty sweet. Never seen that before in any of the other ships. We're going to go ahead and take the elevator. The elevator will let you go to the bottom floor, and it'll let you exit to the surface if you want. bottom cargo deck. I haven't noticed any physical differences between the C2 and the M2. They appear to be identical. However, the M2 does hold less cargo than the C2. Probably one of the coolest animations is the door open for the neck. And again, you can change the lighting down here as well, so it's on max right now. You can switch it to dark mode. And we can turn it completely off. Go ahead and put it back to maximum. And we'll go ahead and do the rear animation as well. Go ahead and take the ladder up back to the top. All right, here we have the outside of the M2. Again, on the M2, you have that front turret right underneath the nose. That is not on the C2. On the rear, you've got your top rear turret and your bottom belly turret. Those are on the C2 as well. But that third seat on the front of the M2 here controls that remote turret right below the nose. The pilot is controlling two size 5 hardpoint that are defaulted to gimbaled size 4 ballistic scout. Overall, I really like this ship, and I think CIG did a great job on the Hercules.